Hello and welcome to Feed Me Something, the show where our passports are Australian but our wallets are citizens of the world. I'm Sam Phillips, that's Ryan Hammy Goodman. How are you, mate?
Woodsy, you well?
We're not doing
Cold
this
this morning down at Bondi?
We're not doing this today.
Yeah.
We're not. We're just not.
No, we will be.
No, we certainly won't be.
We certainly will.
How are you? You well?
Very well.
This is a new sweater?
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Where's it come from?
Got this one from Up There store down in Melbourne. I did a little bit of shopping just prior to June 30, just so, and made sure I wore all the stuff on camera somewhere pre-June 30. Just to,
You done any taxes yet?
I was hoping you might be able to help me with them.
Those who know that's...
If you know, you know.
you know, baby.
I personally would not take up that offer.
How are you, Eagle? Where's your head? Where's your head
I
at?
feel so naked.
Yeah, you should.
Basement Jacks, where's your head at?
It's so sad. Yeah, it's in my car.
You forgot to bring it?
Well, it's in my car. We just didn't have time. We're on a time crunch today.
We're on a time crunch today. Breakfast radio again today.
Yes.
I like our breakfast
Breakfast.
radio shows. They're good. They seem a bit more energy, you know?
I
Yeah.
like them once we're here. Just the waking up aspect, I don't really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, what time are you waking up from the
6.
north to get here? Oh, it's not too bad.
No, it's pretty bad for me. But the sunrise was really pretty.
Yeah, you're
It
a
was
late-
nice today, actually, sunrise.
It was nice, yeah.
very
You're
nice.
a late riser, aren't you?
I'm a late riser. I'm a late riser, late sleeper.
What's going on with that?
so-
Usually you get that out of your system by the time you're like 20.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not out yet.
Definitely not
I
out
just
for you.
am who I am.
Hey, it's a good weekend because it's for the first time since round 8, I'm reliably informed by
Number 8.
the great Matty. The Tigers and Manly both won on the same weekend.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
And on the same day, so much
Same
synergy.
day. That'd be even further back.
All three of our teams, in fact, because the Swans won as well.
There we
same
go.
time. So
That's
Swans are
true,
good.
yeah.
Shame the Swans through the first half of the season away because they could do a bit of damage in finals.
they might be able to just scrape in
They've got to win every game.
every single one.
Yeah.
Really? They can't drop one?
No.
Wow.
And they've got to have a couple of beltings in there percentage-wise too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they're probably done.
Big odds.
Yeah, that is a shame because definitely their best is good enough, but they've had a lot of injury. Is Tom Papley injured again? After the
so,
game, I
yeah.
saw him with the zipped-up
He got
jacket.
subbed. I haven't seen any reports
no.
since, but yeah, he was injured again. Yeah.
Okay. I don't like that.
But they were good. Freo were very Freo loss. But yeah, Swans got a bit of a vibe back.
Swans feel like a bit like the Pies last year, just heaps of injuries, and probably will come ninth, and then next year we win the comp.
That's actually that's not the worst shout for next season. Actually, Errol coming back has been skyrocketed. You guys.
Yep. Life-changing.
He genuinely is. He
Like
you
the
know
bowl
what
of
he is?
ramen the Sydney Swans needed.
That's a good point. Hey, did that ramen look good or not?
Looked pretty good.
It looked pretty good, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And my life has changed a lot since I got back from Japan.
How so?
I
What's changed?
In many ways. But talk to me about the Tigers.
Well, how's your life changed?
It's just been life. I've just come back a new man.
No, the Tigers was great. It was unexpected. I think that's what was the nice thing about it.
As most Tigers wins are. To be honest.
Nice, relaxing win, which was good.
Relaxing?
Never in doubt sort of stuff. Yeah,
Well-
nice, easy watch.
I actually didn't watch any of it. So
Oh
tell
yeah,
me.
no, it wasn't any of those things. It was.
When I turned it on with 15 to go, you're up 2 or 3 tries.
Well, we were 20-0 at one point.
Up.
Yeah, and then
They stormed back.
let them right back in. How about all 3 Finu brothers?
I know.
Finu threesome, and we. I think depending when you backed it, you could have got all 3 of those to score. Would have been paying between $250 and $400, and apparently 25 punters backed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good on you, punters. That's
Yeah, I
outstanding.
had Finu bingo the week before, but I wasn't brave enough this week. It should permanently be on there.
So which one of those brothers are you most likely to lose at some point?
None.
No?
No, Manly already lost them, all 3 of them. So
Oh, they're the
dang.
Manly boys.
Yep.
Sucks to be you.
It's so sad.
Yeah,
Like,
they got talent, those boys, don't they?
especially because they're 3 positions are the 3 positions we're lacking at the
need-
moment. So
Who?
it's really fun.
Which one was it that carved them up at Brookie last year when we were
Sam Weller?
Sam Weller,
I
yeah.
like that. That was
Yeah.
he was real.
It was
that
good
night.
again on the weekend.
He is so good.
So how'd you lose him?
I don't know the
got
ins and
Brooksy.
outs, but like they actually weren't being given a go in first grade. Like they were not first choice
Yep.
first graders. So I think they just like sought out an opportunity of a club that could see them as first graders, and sure enough, they've excelled. So that's
Okay.
really fun.
Great environment down at Concord.
Really fun. But if Manati never went to jail, I reckon we would have kept them because Manati would have been playing first grade and they probably just all wanted to stay together. But he stabbed someone, so...
Oh yeah, he did indeed. Yep. Was that legally proven?
Yep.
Okay.
He got given like 8 years.
Okay. Good.
Oh, God.
What else we got? Try July off to a flyer.
It is.
100 grand in the bank.
In the bank already. Australian Skincare Foundation and the Player Hardship Fund. Great causes. This is the first year where we've got 4 rounds of NRLW involved in it, and you know when they've been given their opportunity, they've taken us to the cleaners with 1 round or so involvement in the past. So 4 rounds of it, they're off to a very strong start already, aren't they?
I wonder if they've got because it's only previously been 1 round, they've just been able to unload the full arsenal. Do they have more up their sleeve?
I think they do.
The girls are creative.
What are our favourite? Is that we unanimous on the favourite one so far?
Yeah.
The
milking off the cow.
Why'd you like that one?
It's just hilarious. It's very original.
Yeah, up the milk.
Up the milk.
There's lots of it was good.
Yeah,
Dailies is pretty good.
Dailies was
The old
hilarious.
man walking
I didn't see it because it was in the opposite corner of the hill, so I only saw it after the game, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
I respected never let a single league player tell you, or AFL player for that matter, tell you that they don't spend any time online or don't read any media, because Nick Meaney doing the Indonesian boat boy.
Race. Yeah, that was good.
I'd never even seen that before in my life, and I've got a fair bit of online brain rot. Ella has got the most brain rot of anyone I know. Never seen it before, and now it's
No, I've seen it.
You said yesterday you hadn't seen it.
No, that was other people in the meeting. I'd seen it heaps of times. Manly made it.
Of course,
Yeah, Manly made an edit of it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like Lehigh Hopewadi, and it was. I'll show you after this. It was great.
That was on the podium too. So I'd say Meaney, milking of cow,
And Daily.
top 3 so far.
Yeah. Well, I like the added layer of complexity of the Dragons captain doing the Piggy Riddell, and then the cameraman trying to find Piggy Riddell and
finding
Piggy Riddell of Timu sitting next to him.
What about that?
That was actually excellent as well.
And then whoever was commentating was like, "That's not Piggy," and they got him to pan across the box until they found him. That was good stuff.
Oh, so so Piggy's actually there.
Yeah, they panned along, and then Piggy was sitting like 3 seats next to him.
It was so good.
I just thought they found some random lookalike in the crowd and went to him.
Yeah, well, he did look like kind of similar. I guess.
I think it was pretty close.
Yeah. Yep.
But also
that's good
wasn't
stuff.
him, so.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
What are you hoping that we see in Try July? Anything?
I like the ones where the whole team's involved
Yeah.
in them. I prefer that to an individual one.
I'd love to, look, I'm certainly in no position to offer this, but I'd love to see an extra incentive for someone to bring back the Brian Fletcher hand grenade.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
I would like. Has that been done? Has someone brought that back out?
No, it hasn't been brought back out yet.
Because it caused a lot of.
Didn't go that well last
the time.
After in the moment it was hilarious, but
Yeah.
afterward not so much. What about the Manly players if they all got in the in goal and did your dance?
Oh well.
That'd be a good one.
That would be hilarious.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
a bit of mail that they are aware of the dancers and
They
big
are.
fans.
They are. So first one was my man Gordy. He comes up to me and he's like,
Wait, can you explain where this was first of all?
"Oh, the Manly Platinum members function."
Yep. So for the true sickos out there who pay the top tier membership, they get to spend the night with the coaches and the players.
Yeah, it is seriously such a good night every year. No matter how we're doing, I'm so angry at the club, and then that night happens, I'm like, I love them all.
Yeah.
Hard drive checked at the door.
Yeah.
No, surprisingly, it's probably the most normal fans you'll find there.
Yeah.
I was saying if it was a all members event, I'd be concerned for Seabold and Daly about what people may say to them, but because most of them are normal at those events, which is good. But yeah, Gordy came up to me and was like, "Oh my God, I loved your dance against the Tigers. That was my favourite one."
Oh, come on,
And I was
Gordy.
like, "Gordy."
I guess this is just popping up in their algos.
Yeah, that's what Toff said to me because I asked for a photo with Toff and he goes, and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been following them." And then that's when I was getting a photo with them and he started doing it. He's like, "No, I don't want to do L's. We won. I want to do a W." And he's like, "Come on, Jazz, come on, Siwa." And then, we did the little dancey dance. So,
Yeah.
And then I said to them, if we make the grand final this year, I want to be in the
Sorry? We made the grand final.
Big
You
if.
want you to make the 8.
Okay, sorry.
How are you going in cup?
We lost.
If we make the grand final.
I said if. There's an if there, but also it's probably the easiest competition to win this year because everyone sucks at some point.
Is there still hope inside you that Manly can win the comp this year?
I'm not.
Tristan Hope.
Tristan, no. It's like...
It's not impossible. The chances are not impossible.
Yeah, that's...
Anyways, let me continue my story.
Okay,
I
sorry.
said to the boys, if we make the grand final, I want to be in the middle of the field doing it.
In the middle of the field.
Yeah, and they said, we'll make it happen.
How are you going to get on the field?
After the game, give me a field to play pass.
Actually, Kez could probably sort that out for
I
you,
reckon
surely.
so. No, the boys can do it. Toff will do it.
That would be without, you your content career will never get past.
I know.
that.
Well,
Imagine if she got on the dais with them while they've all got the thing.
Oh,
it's,
yeah, she's just like they're all going. Yeah, and she's
No,
just like next to them on
they'll put sunnies on.
it's hilarious though, because like the ones I've been doing on the hill the last 2 weeks, like I am not asking a single person to be in those videos.
Yeah, and there's like
And it's
50
I thought
people
those
in
were
them
paid
each time.
actors.
They just
Yeah.
like hung around there, like they were just like standing there waiting for me to do it.
It was good to see
Okay.
Tobler took 5 minutes off Baddie Patrol to join you on the weekend to jump in the video as well.
How good was it? And the funniest thing was I didn't even tag him in the video, and all the comments are about him. I was like, seriously, you're
That's good
stealing my
time.
thunder, Tobler.
That's good. Yeah, well, that's.
Good top of mind awareness for Tobler
I
at
was
the
about
moment.
to
It
say,
is.
yeah. Shows
It
where-
He was
is.
looking sharp there last week. He had a very smart. Obviously,
The industry kid.
got a makeover.
Well, he
in
actually
industry.
was saying that he didn't realize how bad he dressed until he got this like sponsored deal, and he said even his friends were like, "Yeah, it was pretty grim," and he was like, "Was anyone going to tell me until this
Yeah.
happened?" So,
Yep.
yeah,
As
good
someone
for
who's
him.
been through a similar experience, it's recently, yeah. You
What?
need-
What a serious, as in Baddie Patrol experience?
No. No, you idiot. As someone who probably dressed more poorly than I do now 12 months ago, and then I've had some help.
Got you.
You look back and you're like, what was I doing? I'd say I was like a 4 out of 5 out of 10 dresser, and now I'm like a 6 or a 7. But it just that little bit makes a bit of a difference, you know?
Okay,
Yeah?
sure.
A Melbourne 4, but a Sydney 6.
Well, depends.
It's the other
No,
way
with your
around.
dressing. With your,
Yeah, it depends what you're looking at. Yeah, some of the stuff Melbourne people wear though, you're like, what are we doing here?
no, it's good stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, looking, I like that at the moment. Is that a new one from
This is
Japan?
the Japan one actually, yeah.
Beams or something
No,
else?
it's undefeated.
Undefeated.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Very expensive.
Feel like the
stuff.
Tigers in July.
For
How
how
good
long?
is Rosie was informed us that obviously it's school holidays, so no learning for the next 3 weeks.
Oh,
How good's that?
That is good news.
Off to New Zealand we go. Manly to win the comp, by the way, $46.
Yeah, get on it, people.
Missing a 0, I would have thought. Missing a 0. All right, what else we got? Origin, Wednesday night.
Yep.
We'll talk a bit of that. We'll talk a bit of early Lions tour chat.
The
coming from
rah-rah.
me. The rah-rah. Had a DM from a Feed Me Something fan who said, please get some more rugby bets on the show. So I've made a commitment until the Lions tour is over, there'll be rugby bets on the show every single week.
Hopefully you produce some better bets than total match point over 65.5 on the weekend, which is one of your best, and total match points peaked at 31. So you just missed it by 35.
Yeah, look, yeah. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that at all. And then we'll talk a bit of cricket. I got some opinions. You got some bets. Let's do it.
Yep.
Repercussions.
Sounds good.
I'll start. Just the 3 bets resulted for me. I got a bunch pending for Origin and a couple other sort of longer term ones in there. So I had Carlton. I keep going back to the well with them, thinking that there has to be some sort of pride in the jumper, some sort of want to play for their coach. Clearly, I'm wrong about that. They did not cover against Collingwood. Smith didn't look likely in the first innings. And Slug, what's Slug got to do to get man of the match?
Yeah,
He just
convert one of those, not run himself out.
he just keeps. The reason I backed him at $10, I think it's sort of fair bet, to be honest, was he's probably still on the podium again in that game.
Yep.
He just
Silver medalist.
As you say, he just hasn't done that. Gone a big ton or taken a 5 for.
Yep.
That'll come for him. But yeah, unfortunately, that didn't collect. Jay Webby though, I tipped him to be top 3 and he finished 3rd.
There you go.
In the hot dog eating contest. Joey.
What did he knock over in the end?
45.5 or something.
Yep. Didn't hit his line.
Chestnut only beat him by a lazy 25 hot dogs. Could be the greatest athlete of all time, Chestnut.
Could mount a case for that for sure.
Still find it extremely hard to watch that. It's like makes me queasy watching people watching him eat. It's just wet hot dog buns, scoffing it down, it's going all over him. It's a tough watch.
Might be a good one for you. You've done a few things with Wally for the pub test. Some sort
Yeah.
of challenge for you. Knock over 10 hot dogs in the amount of time that they have.
How long do you reckon an average, how long would you and I would it take, or Wally and I, how long would it take?
I'd max out at 2 hot dogs. I don't think I could do more than that. How big are they?
They're the ones you get in New York aren't
They're smaller.
they're smallish, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But still.
Yeah.
Wonder how long would it take me to eat 10? Maybe we should do that
Yeah.
next year. No point now. What's the point of doing it now?
I don't know.
No.
No,
All right, so I was my computer just died, but I was minus
Good time for the computer to die.
2.3.
Is
I
it not
think it
plugged
was.
in?
Yeah, but it's in the screensavers come on because you can't
Okay.
not touch these for 5 minutes and not have the screensaver come on. So minus 2.3 overall. Over to you.
Little peek behind the curtain of how
Yeah.
the work computers work there. Yeah, I've got a few bets pending as well, obviously for State of Origin,
Yeah.
but I did have a couple. I followed my narrativebet.com
Yeah.
/ Terrell May. I thought that he was going to get over the line against the club that
Did he
cut
get
him
close?
loose. He played pretty well. I don't think he didn't come like super close. He was always a threat with the ball. They played really well. Ran 200 metres. Had a great game. So
Good to hear.
felt like I was in the front. I always felt like I was a chance with that one, but
Yep.
didn't get there, unfortunately. Starkey, Cummins and Hoff all to get 2 wickets. I think Starkey let me down in the first innings. The last one, he got 1 wicket. The other guys got multiple.
Yeah, I think so.
But he cleaned up I think he got 3 in the second innings. So,
He did.
you know,
Him and Gaz.
bad beat. What do you do? Jasprit Bumrah did not play in
No.
Edgbaston, despite the fact India absolutely towed England up by about 360 runs or thereabouts, which sets us up for a nice test at Lords this week. And then Mitch Owen. I was looking for a record equaling in franchise cricket, 5th man of the match award in a row. He produced 7 runs with the bat and none for 39 with the ball. He's been on a bit of a run since then. He got
Actually?
6 runs in the next game, and the game after that 12 with the bat and none for 11 with the ball. So
you've
really failing to impact there.
you've done him pretty dirty there. As soon as you've hopped on the wagon, he's
It's almost like I'd probably say it's akin to investing in the stock market. Then Trump put some tariffs on. Immediately. That's basically what's happened here. Tariffs have rolled into the
lucky you're in it for the long haul.
MLC. That's
What a
right.
headline to wake up to for me this morning. Good stuff. All right, Eagle, you?
Yes, I have so many futures bets, so only 2 of them actually resulted.
Yep.
But obviously, one of my futures bet was Marky Mark to be top July
Yeah,
try
that's looking
scorer,
good.
and he scored 2 in the first week. So
You
good
hurt-
start for me.
No pappy for you hurts there too.
That really hurt. What
Yeah.
WT? How long is he out for? Do we know?
Don't know.
It's knock of my super coach. Anyways,
No.
obviously Webby did not eat 55 hot
No.
dogs. Sad for him that he didn't progress, but there's always 2026.
Still top 3.
Exactly. Proud of him.
Yep.
And then my own bet, Manly to win 13 plus or lose 13 plus, came off again. I had 2 units on that. So it's put me in the green overall, plus 1.25 to start, which is a good start. And I think the roller coaster bet will continue after the bye because we have the Storm in Melbourne. So
Oh yeah.
Is that getting much traction?
I actually forgot to ask. I need to ask JY to
It's a
let
good
me
bet.
know.
I remember we ran it past Sugar in the office. He goes, "That's actually a pretty good betting
Yeah.
proposition."
It's just when I tell people that
The
like
reverse
when,
try bet.
I'd like to see it in every game.
Yeah, well, because people get shocked when I tell them that every single time we've won this year, we've won 13 plus because it's been such a roller coaster of a season. It's kind of a weird thing to have. And
makes sense though,
obviously,
doesn't it?
South scored, which put the margin to, what was it?
It's like 16 in the end, I think.
Yeah, no, but there was a point where it was less than 13 plus, and it was only because Tolu got that loose ball
you guys
and
scored
scored
late.
just at the end. I was going off on the hill like we scored the winning try, but really it was just to salute that bet. So happy days.
Happy days.
Just back on the hot dogs. Imagine sitting on the throne after eating 45 hot dogs.
I wonder if it'd clog you up for a bit.
Oh, God.
And that's why they wet them.
No, they wet them so they can eat them faster.
Yeah, but sure that works out the other way as well.
That actually makes me want to throw up thinking about
Yeah,
it.
that's diabolical.
Anything involving like wet bread, bruh.
Bruh.
That'd be top. That's like, I don't know what I would like to eat less than
Not a big wet bread guy.
Oh,
Good challenge for him then.
Oh yeah. Eat a loaf of
if
wet
you
bread.
make me do that, you have to spend a day in an Avery.
Avery.
Hmm.
Like a bird thing. Oh God.
You ate
I hate them. Just don't trust them.
They are like little spies.
You know when
What do
you're,
you mean they're spies?
You know when you're walking down a footpath or whatever, and someone's coming the other way, and they're like, there's a couple of pigeons like pecking at some shit on the ground.
No.
You know, I don't know, when you're walking like around, sometimes there's a couple of cafes on South Dowling Street and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where they'll jump in straight after you've basically walked away. And then when they get a bit kind of like claustrophobic because people are walking towards them, they just like fly up and like go
Yeah,
one way or the
yeah,
other. Just nightmare fuel for me. Hate it. I just hate it.
Is this some sort of
Plovers as well. When I can hear a plover like in the nearby area, I've just got PTSD.
like the click? Like the click of the plover swooping? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
when they, you can just hear them like doing their me, 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 me. Because we went to,
I was gonna say, is this childhood trauma or where's
yeah, we took the Hotham Trophy. Remember that we did a few years ago? Instead of the Everest, we had the Hotham for the bad
worst,
horses.
like the worst horses, yeah.
We took the trophy down to Tassie because there was one of the runners was running down it was training in Devonport or whatever. So we got the Spirit of Tassie down, myself and Pat. your predecessor,
Yep.
Tom Linford.
Yep.
And we got off the Spirit of Tassie in Devonport, and they've got like a maritime museum there. We're like, I'll get a bit of content out the front of there. And there's a plover like sitting on the grass going, meep, meep, meep. And we're like, oh, what's going on there? We're like, shoo it away. Walked over to it, and it had like a mate with it as well. And then they kind of like flew straight for us and were like repeatedly swooping us. And Tom Linford, the cameraman, had the full camera rig there, and I like used him as like a human shield, like had him in front of me, and then like ran and like took shelter behind a car. It was full on.
But is this fear of birds? Is that from that one incident?
That one's probably really heightened my.
So there's nothing when you were like 6 years old.
No, I don't think there's anything
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
So, yeah, that was about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Never been the same.
No, you're not. Every time there's a bird within like a 10-meter radius and I'm with you, I can see you're like eyeing it. It's strange.
Yeah,
They're more afraid of you than you are of them.
yeah. Just don't trust them.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right. We've got a few late. We've already got some Origin bets pending. Do you want
should we go through those?
Yeah,
just,
let's rip
just
through
to
them.
remind everybody of
Let's
our
do it.
elite bets.
Hold on. All right. So, pending in the Origin department, you have Dearden to win the Wally Lewis medal at $61. You've also got Yo and Tino to win the Wally Lewis medal.
Yep, I do.
I need to go back and drag up the odds of what they were.
Tino would have been about 15. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Yo was about $26.
There's a pulse there for sure. No, there's a pulse there. Sean is 70th man of the match.
Yeah, man of the match. Yeah, but play the series going to be tough going. I think.
Okay. I've tipped Queensland 13 plus, 1 unit at $9.25. I've also backed Val to be an anytime try score at $2.45. You like Queensland 1 to 12 at $4.
Yep.
And Big Papa to score at $13.
I do like that. Yep.
Which I heard you say on Matty John show has been well backed.
Best backed anytime try scorer is Papa. Apparently, I heard Sean say he's best backed in the first try scorer market as well.
Omen bet. People love an omen
started?
bet.
I think he's
so.
named to run out, isn't he?
Let me check.
But there's a bit of chat. Maybe he won't. I don't know. But anyway, $71. I think you're getting for first try scorer.
Jeez, that'll clean us
Yeah,
out.
he's named to start.
He's starting. Okay, great. Eagle Light New South Wales 13 plus, which is not collected so far.
No, and there was, I
series.
think, was it Rando who posted last night, like the last few deciders at a core, and they've all been like decided within 4 points. So
Yeah.
that's good news.
On the Get 'em on side boys were saying like 9 of the last 12 have been like 6 or less
Yeah.
deciders. You also like Trell Mitt to score into Cleary man of the match at $4.20, and you like
No, that was actually Trell Mitt or Cleary to be man of the match.
sorry
Yeah.
Trell Mitt or Cleary to be man of the match at $4.20, and then you like Cleary through the Wally Lewis medal winner at $6.25.
Yes, that was the one I put on before game 1.
Okay.
So that one's been waiting, yeah.
All right, so there's some late Origin additions here. Do you want to start?
Sure, I will. Our good friend Sugar has got his own market,
like
and I thought it was just a lot of fun. It's a
Yes.
fun one to cheer on. So it's what the highest jersey number to score will be. So basically, if someone comes off the bench and scores,
Probably gonna collect.
that you'll collect. So I've put it on number 12, which is Angus Crichton and Kurt Capewell. I was explaining to you guys in the car, even though 100% there are some bench players on both sides that could score, I wanted to pick a number that kind of gave me a double shot where both opposing numbers are try scorers.
Yep.
So that is paying $6 and I'm putting 2 units on that.
Nice.
I like, that's a good bet.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
market.
excited to cheer that one on. So
Yep.
basically, as soon as there's some changes happening, I'll be like, no more drives for any of you.
Defense.
And you like some try scorers too?
I do. I just thought I'd do a try score multi. It's another fun one just while you're at the game to be
Yep.
cheering on. So I've got Brian Toto, obviously, try scoring machine,
Yep.
insane. Also the best talent footballer off the field
So
as
good.
well. Like, yeah, I don't know if you've seen his Instagram stories over the weekend. He was doing some Q&As. He's just hilarious. Latrell Mitchell, I'm doubling down on him as well. The fact he hasn't scored this series yet is crazy to me. And a little bit of an omen bet with Shibasaki there. So I'm putting 1 unit on
How's
that.
that an omen bet?
Just like I love
that.
a debutante try
Okay,
scorer. Yeah.
okay.
1 unit at $12.25.
If Toto doesn't play, are you slipping Kiro's in there or?
I don't know what I'll do there. I reckon he'll play as well.
Get
Yeah.
a few extra cokes.
I reckon we would have heard by now if he
A few extra cokes, yeah.
was being put out.
Mitchell seems like a good bet for try scorer this week, purely on the fact that everyone has been on him for the first 2 games. Everyone's probably going to jump off him now.
Yeah.
It's time.
Like I have.
Yeah,
Lol.
that's pretty on brand for your current gambling, I would say.
Yes.
All right, you going back to the well with Money Munster.
I'm going to narrativebet.com again.
Yes.
I was seeing a lot of noise this week, and
Yep.
I actually had I actually had these bets in game 2 as well. So, I'm going to go Munster man of the match. 2 units on that is $8 this time. So, it's about $15 last game.
Yep.
And I'm going to take him anytime try score as well. He was 560 last game, 530 this game. Unit on that as well. But I just think that given the week he's had, I reckon it will bring the best out of him. And if he does either of those things, he probably gets the Wally Lewis as well. I noticed he's coming to about $5.
Oh, he has to. He's
he might even have, 2 in a row. Yeah, exactly. So, but I just thought probably if I was picking one of those, I'd go man of the match, which is paying $8.
Yeah, very sad news about Cam. Hopefully, all is well there for him on Wednesday night. I like Harry Grant to be man of the match. You know why? Bit of that Queensland flu chatter.
When I saw it come through, I was like, I can't believe it's taken to game 3 for us to have this.
He was in the background when Slater was talking about the sad passing of Munster's father the other day, and he didn't look. He looked a bit pale to me, Harry. So there may be some truth to the rumour that he's a bit unwell. But that means there's a bit of narrative flying around about him. All he needs probably to do is to score a try, because otherwise he's going to have those base stats that he always produces. And obviously Queensland need to win. But I've gone to the well with him a couple of times in the last couple of years, and I'm hoping finally this Wednesday is the night he can get man of the match. So I'm having 1 unit on him at $15 in his flu game. And then I'm going to join you on the highest jersey bet. Payne Haas and Tino both wearing 10. Don't mind them. 1 unit at $16 for one of those two boys to be the highest jersey number to score. Haas, obviously, he can score from anywhere. He's an absolute freak of an athlete. Tino probably needs to burrow over from close range, but stranger things have happened. So 1 unit on them at $16. I'm also going to slide in Carlos Alcaraz to be the Wimbledon winner, 3 units at $2.20. Now, a bit of rumour around he's dating Emma Raducanu. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen it, no.
Have you seen this?
No.
Seen this, read about this?
Emma Raducanu made a very unexpected rise to fame, winning the US Open a few years ago. Is now probably not the player she was then, but is very much a media darling, put it that way. Anyway.
Feel like yourself.
Yeah, correct, media darling. They're probably the hottest rumoured young couple on tour. She's been watching him. They're playing mixed doubles together.
Oh.
He's very, shy, cute little Spanish boy. She's a very polished British media performer. It just seems, as you like to refer to, narrativebet.com. I can just see her in the box as Carlos gets the job done. Some people are now saying that Carlos, despite being Spanish, and obviously they traditionally play very well on the clay, some people are saying his game has now evolved to the point where grass is now his best surface.
Yeah.
Sinner actually probably should have got knocked out last night. Dimitrov was up 2 sets against him, had to retire due to injury.
Saw that.
Novak, I don't know if you guys watched that, but he was awful in his first set against Demon and then wasn't fantastic in the other 3 sets that he did win. So I just think it all sets up for Alcaraz to claim another slam. I think it's his time to shine. So I'm having 3 units on him at $2.20. And then also on Wednesday night, who at World Rugby? I know rugby and rugby league are 2 different sports. I know they've got 2 different agendas. They're preparing for 2 different matches and tours. Who thought it was a good idea to put this on Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Loose carry by that marketing pigeon there.
What is the marketing pigeon doing at Rugby Australia, putting Lions Brumbies on Wednesday night?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So stupid.
It's the
Well, I was
best.
talking to one of my mates at the game the other night, a staunch rugby man, Robbo.
Yeah, good man.
And he goes, the draw comes out, they set that years in advance. Like, yeah, well, hot tip for you, Robbo. They play Origin on Wednesdays every year as well, so maybe just avoid those.
Just avoid it.
Yeah.
Especially because the team that the Lions have picked, which is always probably going to be the case, it's pretty much their best side. So they're probably not... They can play on Thursday and still have enough rest to get up for next Saturday when they play in Brisbane. It's not like they're not going to play in 3 days. Oh, it's just... It is the most archetypal World Rugby shoot themselves in the foot with scheduling. Like you're here to grow. You're here for obviously a historic tour, but you're here to help grow the game in Australia. And you put it on when there's going to be 5 million people watching the rival code.
Yeah.
What channel is this on?
This is the other thing. It's the games are on 9, but I assume it'll just be on 9 Gem and Stan.
That's so embarrassing.
It is, isn't it? Seriously, what are we doing?
Stan.
Anyway, I think they'll hump the Brumbies. So I'm having 3 units on the Lions, minus 31.5. As I said, this is...
Geez, that's more than the total match points from the other game. So
yeah. This is a very different team to the one they picked against the Waratahs. Yeah, it's
Finlay hold his spot? I would have thought yes. They might have given him a crack playing in Canberra.
So maybe on the bench.
Yeah. Surely he'll get a run on there because he's from Canberra.
I don't know. Is that how it works? Is that
Like potentially no, but I would have thought because it's like a lower end game doesn't like. I would have thought they'd get him on and the guy that plays on the wing.
This is like their last real tune-up though.
Who's the other guy?
What's his last name? Sorry.
Bielam.
No, he's not playing.
What about the other guy on the wing?
Matt Hansen.
Yeah.
He's on the bench, but he's genuinely in their best side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's on the bench. So, yeah, crucially, the Lions have named Finn Russell at 10. He's their first choice 10, and they look a completely different team when he's on the field. So, I had a look at the weather. It's going to be chilly in Canberra. You'd be shocked to hear on Wednesday.
You're joking in the middle of July.
But, yeah, I think after they put in a pretty disappointing performance in Sydney, I think they'll be raring to go here and they'll cover this 31.5. I think they'll be too good for the Brumbies, who are our best domestic side, but...
Knocked them off last time.
They did.
Yeah.
They did indeed.
I only found out last week as well that the eligibility rules of representing the Lions or whatever, I had no idea that you didn't have to be like born there. I didn't realize you could move over there and then live there for a bit and then be
Yeah,
like...
they got like
I could not believe it.
like 3 Australians,
Yeah.
2 Kiwis, 2 Saffers in their squad.
It was blowing my mind. Could not believe
It was a
it.
great interview the last game or the game before with Vandermerve, one of their wingers, and he's represents Scotland these days, but he's got the most heavy South African accent.
It makes no sense.
Wearing
to
a
me.
Lions jersey and all the comments like, yeah, he's so Scottish, but they all Australia's got a bunch of guys who aren't born here playing for them. The Kiwis do as well. It's like England in cricket, same thing.
Yeah, fair.
It's the same thing.
I hope that's not the standard we're holding ourselves to, England in cricket.
Yeah, true. I just can't believe this is on the same time. I really want to watch this game. I'm going to be at a core with you guys.
You'd rather watch...
No, wouldn't rather, but I would love
Nip
it to
out
have
to
been
the
on
locker
Thursday.
room, see if you can get him to whack it on one of the TVs.
Can you imagine? Jesus Christ.
I may have to have it up on could be a good social post, actually.
Yeah. Our
Sure,
rugby
that'd engage
content.
his arse off on Origin night. Yeah.
All right. Cricket, England, India, Ben Stokes.
What a series.
Once he's done doctoring the pitches, he then not happy with the pitch that he did doctor. Also looks like he's a sad little boy every time he gets out. Thinks he's Don Bradman, but you average 30, Ben. I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
How about Alistair Cook putting him on his Mount Rushmore of greatest cricketers of all time? Not one Aussie on that Mount Rushmore.
I nearly threw up.
Brian Lara, Jacques Callis. Jacques Callis, I think, he's got a place on there.
And you can have Lara on there.
Yeah.
You can have Lara.
But then he had Stokes and there was another Pom
Anderson.
on there. Anderson.
The fact that Poms think Anderson is good,
He was pretty good.
how did he go over here?
He had one good series when they won over here.
How did Glenn McGrath go in England?
Very well.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, how was Warney not on there? What are we talking about?
He's wild cards. Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes played yes, okay.
He's played 3 really good innings. I'll give him that.
Played the greatest innings I've ever seen in my entire life, and probably go to my grave. That's the best innings we'll ever see.
I reckon he's played 2 like that. Probably.
Fair enough.
World Cup final.
Yep.
And then that test at Headingley. And then he also, like last year at Lords when BSO got run out and he got really annoyed. He made like 180 and was just hitting sixes.
That's
for fun.
true.
That was pretty good.
Still didn't win in the game, did he?
Didn't win in the game, but he's had probably 3 that I can think of elite, world class, top draw innings.
The rest of the time, he carries on like a spoilt brat and asks for doctored pitches that he then compares to subcontinent wickets, which is completely untrue because there was 2 wickets taken by spinners, I think, in that match. He is easily my most hated English cricketer ever. He's gone straight past Stuart Broad.
Who's on your Mount Rushmore of hated England?
Stokes, Broad, Anderson's up there.
Yeah?
Not an Anderson guy at all. You know who really annoys me? Graham Swan.
Yeah.
Really annoys me.
Yeah.
Carries on like he's like, oh, I get it, you guys. Like I'm a funny, sort of jovial. I get it. We can have that banter with Australians. We don't want to have banter with you, Graham. We hate you. We hate you, brother. And we only people we hate more are Stuart Broad, Jimmy Anderson, and Ben Stokes.
Yeah.
Who'd be your most hated England Mount Rushmore?
I don't have a lot of hate in me, really, as much as you.
I hate Ben
I
Stokes.
don't know that. Yeah. I hate the word I'd use, but yeah, I think he sniffs his own fluffs a bit, doesn't he?
Well, the reason I dislike him a lot is there's no accountability from him or McCullum ever when they're not going good. It's always the deck's fault, or this is just how we play, or just, hey, hands up, we got belted by a team that didn't have Jasper Brummer playing.
Yeah.
Anyways, Thursday bets.
Oh, yeah.
We're on a time crunch.
Do you have a round? Do you hate any crews? I know we're moving along,
I
but
don't think she cares enough.
nah.
No, I just want to get it
Okay, that's fair.
moved on.
All right,
We've only got 20 minutes. So.
All good. So Thursday, third test is at Lords. England got
Lords.
spanked in the last one. So obviously I had Jasprit Bournemouth to be top wicket taker at Edgbaston. They rested him because his body isn't, I think the days of seeing him play every test in the series are done, especially for 4 or more test series. So he'll be refreshed. He'll come straight back in. I would have thought, even though Akash Deep and Siraj bowled very well, they both took 6 wickets each.
Across the mash.
No, one in the first innings, one in the second innings.
Who do they drop then?
Not sure. That's a problem for them. But Bumrah will come back in. So I'm going to move my 3 units I had on him to be top wicket taker in the first, in the second game onto this one. He's 285 now. He's gone out a bit. But he'll be fresh, ready to go. So I've gone with that one. Jofra Archer, strong male, he's going to play
Wow.
at Lords.
That's exciting.
Yeah. He'll be keen to get on the honours board. And look, hasn't got a hell of a lot of cricket under behind him. $4.10, top England wicket taker. I'm having a unit on that as well. And Shubman Gill, since he's taken over the captaincy, he's had 3 innings. 4 innings. He's hit 3 tons. He hit a 260 odd and a 160 odd in the last game. So seeing him like beach balls, I don't think he's on the honours board yet. He'll be keen to get on. So Gill to get a ton in the first innings. A unit on that at 525 as
Do you
well.
think that's a factor at Laws? They try to lift to get on the board?
They do.
Yeah?
Some try too hard. Sachi never got on there.
Oh, Sash never got on?
Nah. I don't think Ponting is on there for
Really?
test matches. Don't think so.
Tell you who'd be on there. McGrath used to take wickets of fun.
Yeah, he's all right. He's on it a couple of times.
May as well rename it the McGrath board.
May as well.
Oh, how good's that to have Joffrey back?
Yeah.
I'd love to see
Exciting.
Joffrey out here in the summer.
Yep.
Would love to see it. All right, Eagle, since you're rushing me, go on. Friday night, what do you like?
So I'm going back to my roots. I haven't done it in a few weeks. I avoided it last week because bye rounds they're scaring me. But I'm going back to first try after 8 minutes. I'm just picking 2 games to try and get back on the board. So I'm picking the Sharks-Dolphins game. I don't know what it is about it, but these late Friday night games, it feels like it sometimes takes teams a little bit of time to warm up. I don't know if it's cold or what the goal is. So I feel
Adam Dewey.
hopefully they can hold each other out for 8 minutes. And then I'm also picking the Dragons and the Roosters simply because the Dragons aren't that good and I don't think the Roosters are like incredible either. So putting 2 units on that at TBC because Teamless Tuesdays are Salvo and we don't know.
Okay, and you also like the Finns to cover?
Yes, I forgot I had that bet as well. I was just looking at the market here and like I know the Sharks are at home, but I just really don't rate the Sharks. I think they're out of form at the moment. And the Dolphins obviously are in form. Both teams are coming off the bye. So I decided to have a stab at the line here. Dolphins plus 3.5, putting 2 units on that at $1.90.
So hard to, as you well know, hard to read the Sharks this year.
It's so hard to read the Sharks. I just really don't back them at the moment.
Yeah.
I know that their fan base on Teamless Tuesday is probably the most vocal on Twitter about how they're not impressed.
What are they
with
wanting?
their side.
What changes they want?
I don't know. Like it seems to be a bit of different things from different supporters on there. I think their bench, they have concerns with their bench.
I think they need a spine mix-up. I'd like to see Hines go back to fullback. Would be my opinion.
Just feels like too late to do those things. Hey.
Anyway,
Just swap their numbers, I reckon.
hey. So what are some of the great combinations in history? What do you think? If I think great,
Salmon backing against his teams.
what else? What else you got?
Salmon changing teams all the time.
Not true. What else you got?
Salmon dressing badly. Salmon
Also not true.
Salmon,
So you're currently 0 from 3.
Salmon
hinge.
ramen.
You're 1 from 3.
Salmon ramen.
salmon baddie patrol.
Yeah, you and Tolbert actually should do that together.
So for some non-complete gibberish answers, bacon and eggs, peanut butter and jam, fish and chips, salt and pepper, macaroni and cheese, cats and dogs.
If you have to read it off a list, I
Cats
feel like
and
they're not
dogs.
that iconic.
Well, so you just ruined the clip. I'm trying to give you a clip here.
I think this is better.
I'm trying to give you a clip, and you interrupt me mid-clip.
Yeah. No, I think this is
cut
more
this and do it
entertaining.
again?
Local moron attempts to give clip.
Sorry
out.
for trying to give something to this podcast. You're just trying to bring something, and you've interrupted
Feed me something. Continue.
Anyway, dogs and cats, if you missed the point, they're one of the great combinations. Cat dog, one of the great shows of my early childhood. Cat dog, cat dog.
Alone in the world.
What's that?
Alone in the world is a little cat
dog.
dog.
That Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Great show.
Did some great stuff, didn't they?
It literally was, from memory, a cat and a dog, half-half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your memory serves you well.
Hence why it was called cat
I
dog.
haven't gone back and done the research on whether it was just like a rival cat and a rival dog, a bit like Tom and Jerry. It was like a half cat, half
Don't
dog.
outthink the room, mate.
Anyway, the dogs and cats, they're both going to win in the AFL this weekend, in my humble.
Tom Humble.
The Cats have got the Giants, I believe. Hold on, I'm going to get this up.
Jeez. Would have thought if
the
you're going
Cats
to
got
put all
the-
the effort into the accommodations, you would have done the research on who they're
The
playing.
dogs got the Crows at home at Marvel there. I think they're absolutely flying. Here's a hot take for you. I reckon the grand final, if you had to pick it right now, would be Pies Dogs.
Ooh.
I think the Dogs are absolutely airborne. If Sam Darcy stays fit, they can go the whole way in a really even comp. It's like Pies will make the grand final, in my opinion. And from who of the remaining 8 teams who are in the mix beyond that, it's going to be a real interesting final series.
Who would you go for?
Come on, what are you talking about?
Dogs.
Who should I start hitting up for grand final tickets, you reckon? Scotty?
You don't deserve them.
Yeah, they usually go to people who actually care about their team and support them every week.
Well, that's
Prioritise
actually
those
completely
people.
untrue about the AFL grand final, isn't it? It's corporate, like 80% of it's corporate.
No, but internally, when they kind of give them out to people at our level.
Yeah, but when you're like a mover and shaker like me, then you can...
Oh, jeez.
The Dogs are $1.64. I think they'll get the job done against the Crows under the roof there at Marvel at 120, and then you can sit there. You can just plant yourself on the couch all Saturday afternoon, because after it will be Giants Cats, and I think the Cats can go to NG and get the job done at $1.74. Those two together spit out at $2.81. So bacon and eggs, peanut butter and jam, fish and chips, salt and pepper, macaroni and cheese, Cats and Dogs. There's your Saturday
Sam
bet.
and Baddie Patrol.
I might eat all of those things on Saturday and then watch that bet. That's what I might do.
Straight into a bit of Baddie Patrol.
How many times do you reckon you'd say that this week? It's first of all, it's not our gag. It's a Hello Sport
If
gag.
the shoe fits.
The Hello Sport gag. Leave it to the experts. All right. Newcastle scores 0 points. You like this?
Wow, spoiler.
Oh, we're just spoiling each other's clips here.
Spoiler.
So I thought that's what we were doing.
Seriously.
Is that not what we're doing here?
So petty. This was just a tough week for betting, so I thought I'd go to what Shug did
we
months and
haven't
months
seen this
ago.
in ages. Yeah.
I'd been waiting for a week to use this one, and I just thought it's a bit of a Hail Mary bet, but whatever. So I thought, considering the Storm, I know they weren't like super. What's the word?
Impressive.
I was going to say impressive last week, whatever. I know they've got a few injuries. Pappy should be back here, and they had calf tightness, so I feel like it's not an injury as such.
Awareness.
I don't know who's going to back up after Origin, but I thought for $21, 1 unit on Newcastle to score 0 points against the Storm. I just think Newcastle suck. I know it's in Newcastle. I'm just hoping the Storm will turn one on. We were talking about how the Storm love to pound teams in day games, and this is a Saturday 3 p.m. game.
Good weather.
Yeah, I think so.
They
It's
do love
good weather in
pounding
Sydney
teams.
this weekend, so.
That's a bit yin and yang there, because they love pounding teams in good weather day games, but also probably means the Knights get at least one. Sharp
Could
play?
be. Again, I was just saying Fletcher Sharp.
Yeah.
No. He's out for the year.
Oh, they got Sharp and Ponga both out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good bet then, actually.
I just
Sorry, I
thought at
forgot he was
$21. No, Sharp's like, I think he's
sorry, I forgot he was out.
gone.
Yep, I thought it was just Ponga. No, I like that a lot then.
Yeah, just it's worth having 1 unit on there for sure.
Definitely. All right, you're going to kick us off Sunday with some NRLW.
Yes, it is so hard when there's been no team list out. I wanted to do more NRLW bets this week, but I'll save it for when we've got a Wednesday show next week, don't we?
We
So
do.
that'll help then. Good to have the gals back.
Who are the contenders this year?
Broncos are so like
They're stacked?
because they've got Upton back.
Yep.
She's just insane. She's won 4 grand finals, like
gone, yeah.
insane in 8
Can't tackle, but
seasons.
she's
So they really impressed me last week. So in a bit of a multi, I'm doing the Broncos head to head. I'm doing Upton to score and Melly Hafunga anytime try scorer 2 units at TBC because Teamless Tuesday.
Okay.
Obviously Upton just the best female player ever. And I don't know if you've seen Melly play, but she is a powerhouse of a centre. So
I haven't seen her, okay.
she's an absolute unit.
She played for the Bronx?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I've just seen your Monday bet.
Yeah.
What What are you doing?
Yeah, I didn't realise. I had to look at your still pending ones, and you've got the same one.
You've copied me. Anyway,
Yeah, well.
talking about Australia, West
wipe
Indies.
it.
Any danger of the boys just completely having a bye here? They'd be getting stuck into some Granada cocktails, I would have thought, between now and the
Yeah,
day one.
potentially. It's a pink ball test though, so
is it?
this is their bread and butter, which is great news for us because if you get up at, I think play starts at 5 a.m. or something like that.
5 a.m.
Yeah, I think the coverage starts at 4:30 a.m.
I'll have a look.
Oh, because it was starting like midnight here for the day. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So it's going to be running through the day here.
I think so. Yeah,
Oh, that's amazing.
good news. That's good.
That's a dead rubber though.
However, yeah, we're dead rubber, but also it's probably only going to go for about 2 days, I think, with the pink ball, probably. So you won't get to enjoy that much of it.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But I just think I'm going to go Mitch Stark to be the top Aussie wicket taker in the first innings. 1 unit on him at 360. He's got 72 wickets with the pink ball. He's got the most out of anyone.
Yep.
Remarkable record with it. I know he let me down in the first innings of the last game, but you can forgive a good horse, as they say in the racing biz. And then I'm going to go a little multi as well, just with some guys with the pink ball here. I'm going to go Cummins to get 2 or more, Stark 2 or more, and Shamar 2 or more.
Okay.
Don't know what that's going to spit out at, probably around the $3 mark.
Okay.
2 units on that whenever those prices go live as well.
Cool.
Yep.
Any changes to the Australian side, you think? Or
Yeah, that's the one watch. Like, will they rest her quick and bring another one in? But they haven't had that much workload through them.
What's next for us?
Well, our next test isn't until the
Ashes?
Ashes out here, so might as well just give the boys, let
Keep
the boys
trudging
play.
through, yeah.
So that's how I'm playing that one. And then didn't realise that you also had this, but you put it on a couple of weeks ago for the World Club.
I did.
The Club World Cup, Paris Saint Germain. I'm going to jump on board. They're $2.37 now. You got them at $5.50.
Yep.
I'm having 2 units on them to go all the way. The big game will be their semi. They've got it against Real Madrid. If they get through that, you'd imagine they probably win
Yeah,
a
the
lot.
other half of the draw, fair to say, is not as strong.
No, Auckland FC didn't get through. I noticed.
A bunch of part-time.
They did upset someone, didn't they? They won a game.
Did they?
I'll have a look.
I remember seeing celebrations, but I'm not sure if that was because they just scored a goal
Yeah.
or whether they won a game.
They just lost 10-0 to Bayern Munich.
Bayern
didn't
Munich beat them 10-0.
They drew with Boca Juniors.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah, 1-1. But they
That's
obviously lost,
crazy.
10-0 and then 6-0.
So a goal difference of -16 for them in the group stage. They did have a bunch of genuine farmers playing for them. Like, it was like part-time guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what a junket for them
Yeah, absolutely. Where'd they play that? Where would...
in the States.
In the States.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. I think that'll do us, won't it? Eagles going to keep wrapping us up.
No, we've gone within time limit, which is good. Just looking at our horoscopes from last week,
Oh, yeah.
obviously. One of Hammy's challenging days was Sunday. So it's good that it ended up being a good day. I guess it was challenging seeing the Roosters come back and almost beat you.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
it's
a
a
little bit of
high
sweat.
heart rate still.
And also
yeah.
challenging because you had to go straight to Matty John's.
That's right, with 2 stadiums worth of fans leaving at the same time.
That's
so got there
a
in
big
time.
challenge.
That's tough going.
My
Yeah.
standout day was Sunday and
Anything mean in the last few days?
you had a challenging day yesterday. How was that? Why, what? I don't remember what's happened.
That was interesting.
What happened?
Oh, yeah. No, I fair. That's challenging. And
I'll tell you
then
off air.
Okay.
you've got a standout day in 2 days, though. So good luck.
What day is
Oh,
it today?
Thursday.
Thursday, day after Origin.
Okay.
After Origin, that's right. I've got to send out that end too.
I got some plans. I got some plans.
Oh, wait, I had a
Thursday.
challenging day yesterday. I did not have a challenging day at all. I had a great day.
So you're saying your horoscopes are wrong?
Don't know. Let me think about what was challenging about it. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that's all good.
Going to Origin tomorrow night.
Go Queensland.
Come say hello if you see us. I'm sure they'll say hello to Hammy. Lots of selfies for you. You charging
Sure.
for selfies these days?
Hey?
You charging for selfies?
Should do, actually. Yeah, if you want a selfie, come and say, I'll have a pay square, $5.
Oh, they're gonna say
Or whatever you think is appropriate. Minimum $5. Sound good?
What do you reckon the max someone would pay for a selfie with you would be?
Couldn't be. I don't expect anyone would pay.
Oh, I reckon people would pay.
I don't think so.
I reckon they'd pay.
What
At
about-
least $5.
What about with Eagle?
Eagle, yeah. One of my favourite moments of content this year is when someone came up for a photo with Eagle, got you to take it.
That happens all the time, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's my
Is
favourite.
that a good moment?
I actually did have to take a couple photos of people at the Manly members function last year.
You did.
Yep.
You think you're famous now, don't you?
No.
She actually is famous.
I know. Yeah, she's getting there. That's for
No,
sure.
The
I'm.
followers are going through the
Yeah, they
roof.
are, but it's a very niche following. Like it's like just in the Northern Beaches LGA, and that's it. Because I was out the state on Saturday night, and people were like, "There's the TikTok chick." I was like, yeah. Good times.
Good or bad? That's the question.
They're behind you, sort of velvet roped off area, away from the great
I
unwashed.
wish.
Pours a drink on
I wish. I'm still having to fight my way to get let into that place, but anyways,
into the stain.
it's just a tough. You got to come up with a good story where you've been.
Well, yeah, there's a few pretty good clues where you've been with, your retro Manly jersey and scarf and diamond members lanyard hanging
Not
off
a diamond members.
There is actually a diamond membership. I'm not a diamond. I'm just platinum.
What's the difference?
Diamonds, like I think you get a photo with the squad or something, and a signed
you. You
jersey.
got to get that membership so
I
you can get a video instead of the
but
photo.
it's so expensive. It's like I think it's like $2,000.
And it's tough because you pay for your own membership, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. She does. All right, that'll do us for the week. We're going to be in Melbourne next week for the show. We're filming on Wednesday.
Wednesday, yep.
Wednesday morning. Should be up by Wednesday lunchtime if Eagle gets her stuff
No,
together.
it'll be up Wednesday night. You can come home to post it, don't you?
We'll see.
Enjoy your Origin football, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Gus.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.